America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Anybody check, Mike?
Yo, good morning, America. It's Joe the Box.
And I'm John the Blanket at the America First Warehouse podcast. Podcasts are something I don't know if more percentage people listen to the podcast or they can see the podcast. Because if you got to tune into a podcast, this is the place to do it. The America First Warehouse podcast. Isn't this amazing, bro?
Johnny boy, you took the words right out of my mouth, but you've been doing that our whole life. Plus some of my food on my plate.
Well, not in your mouth. That's all that matters to me. So.
Yeah, listen, we got a great thing going on here at the America First Warehouse. We have an unfortunate, we got a special guest. It's Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Can you bring him on right now? Bring him in. Is that you, Mr. Mayor? How you doing?
Uh-oh, it must be a technical difficulty. I don't know. Is that the mayor?
No.
Can we hear him?
It's Freddie Rubino. Hey, Freddie, would you please let the mayor out of the closet? Because he's supposed to be on with us this morning.
I ran for dog catcher once.
We got no Freddie action. He looks good, though. All right, anyway, Freddie, I don't know if you can hear us, but he's doing sign language
Said
for us.
something there. I could see it.
I see what he's saying, but we're going to kill him until you get him on, please. Me and Johnny will be covering it. The warehouse is the most amazing, exciting place on the planet. Behind us, we are preparing for a very special day. Tomorrow is the Scott LoBaido address to the nation, John. What do you think he's got to say?
The crazy man, the relentless patriot. What a pleasure and honor to be a friend to him and be able to get some time with him. So he's coming to the warehouse here to visit, or?
Yes, he's coming to give the State of the Union. And the State of the Union, according to Scott LoBaido, which, is pretty much America first, don't you think, Johnny?
Oh, yeah, he's America
Check
first. There's not
1,
too many
Check
people
1, 2.
I know that are more patriotic than you and Scott LoBaido, That's it. He's just the American flag, which means everything. An American flag, proud to be an American, and,
Testing, 1, 2.
upsetting to see these crazy things that are going on from the Democrat Party. I don't know, I heard something about they turned down to cancel Medicaid for the illegal aliens. So did you hear anything about that?
Yeah, Johnny. They the problem with our messaging is that the fake news, left media continually outright lies. This Mudavi guy in New York that's running for mayor, he's not really lying too much. He's telling what he's going to do. But the lies and the propaganda that's been out there is unbelievable. And we're going to change that right here with our podcast and podcasts just like us.
Yeah, to inform people. But I understand there's a person that's in there that was appointed by Obama, and she's not an elected official, but she has the power to stop something through the Senate or to stop Trump from...
Yeah. I would be reacting.
Vance can fire her. That's what I heard, too.
I believe you're talking about the parliamentary action.
Yes,
Is that Freddie? Is he back with us?
That.
Freddie, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
I can't hear Freddie, but I can read his lips. I think he said...
Can you hear me now?
A little bit, almost louder in the control room, and we got Freddie. What's happening, Fred Rubino?
I can't wait to see Scott LoBaido. Never mind Freddie Rubino. You say LoBaido, and I say LoBaido.
Listen,
Better than
you
Rubino.
and him are friends. We've had you both here on the show before. Matter of fact, you did an original show out of here with Andrew Giuliani called All Fired Up. Do you recall?
I do recall. I thought that was a fantastic show. I hope to do it again very soon. And it covers a lot of issues. There's nothing better than the America First Warehouse doing things there. I'm on the road now. I'm in Florida, but I miss it. That's my home. I want to come home. I want to come home, Joe. I want to come home.
You know something, Freddie, though? Down in Florida, they're very America First, too. Are you finding that?
Yes, they are. They're fantastic down here.
When you do your show, do you lean politically on your show? I've seen you so many times, but you usually come up with some incredible, current events and things like that. Do you find that on the road you're getting hecklers?
You know what? You always get one or two deranged liberals who think that they decide what's funny, they decide what's appropriate, and then all the other people who are usually patriots that come to see me love everything I do. So I don't concern myself with the deranged people, because that's not what patriots do. We look for America first, and we leave these losers behind.
Yeah, I'm a little torn because the America First warehouse is not really seeing the successes that I think we should be. I know that the fake news media is out there. I know that the social media outlets are censoring anything that says America First, because you can't have the same 2,000 friends on Facebook that you had for the last 2 years. Come on, we've been doing better than that. Do you know, Freddie, your X show, which is right after this, your X show averages about 20,000 views on X alone?
Oh, that was last week. Really put us over the top. I had like 17,000 people watching, and that was just amazing. And it's just going to grow, because patriotism is the only thing that moves forward. All the rest of the garbage just bogs down and doesn't do anything. Patriotism is the future. And if you want to be part of the future, get involved with America First Warehouse. I'm so happy that I am. I'm so happy that I'm part of it. And I believe a good 90% of this country is still patriotic. You just got to get it out of them.
That's amazing, and I believe that too, because being in my new life here, as far as creating media and creating truth for people and putting great people on shows like you, Freddie. I want to grow this for people to see, and I do see that there is a lot of it, but I don't. I've been told before, Joe, go easy on them. There's room for everybody. Like my local congressmen who vote about 30-40% of the time for the America First movement, if Trump was here, he would say, Joe, we need them. 39% is better than zero. So, I really want to create, I don't want patriotism, and America First is tarnished. They try everything they can to destroy that, Johnny. You drive your truck with your flags. I know you get harassed. I've been in their truck with you.
Yeah, it's a shame, but the Jesus and God will overcome, and all this stuff is going to come to a head, and it's going to be an incredible future for ourselves. Our president is an amazing man, and can't see anything other than good coming. I wanted to say, Fred, so you're down there in Florida, and you're working the circuit and doing your show. Is that what it is, or it's a vacation?
No, I have 2 shows in Naples, Florida, off the Hook Comedy Club. And then I'm going to come right back to New York. But I love doing it on the road. And as far as you say, there are a lot of deranged people in this country that before Donald Trump, they hated God. They hated decency. So we're always going to have that in this country. But there's always got to be another side that counteracts it. And that's where we come in. We have to show people that that's not okay. It's the deviants are not okay. The pedophiles are not okay.
The arrests are phenomenal.
We got to be the shining light.
Well, that stuff's being done, because there was a lot of arrests from the pedophile club or group, whatever the hell they are. Devil,
It's a club.
Devil. And saved a couple hundred children, too. So things are rolling, and they're changing. When you watch these riots in L.A., and normally we would have been watching that for 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, he shut it down pretty fast. He brought in
what
the
happened
Marines.
here, I was looking forward to seeing another day.
Freddie, you must have enjoyed watching the Marines march through Los Angeles singing his song.
Oh, man, that kind of stuff gives me chills and makes my hair on my legs go up.
I'm a big fan of the water cannon.
I seen I don't know if it was in Germany or whatever, they sprayed them with green dye. They couldn't get it off their skin so that they could come back later on. And I wasn't there.
That wasn't me.
Mother, that wasn't me with the green
preposterous.
paint. I was doing a clown act.
You know what?
Crazy.
That's what these people need. They need to know that when they show up and they start wearing a mask and assaulting officers, that they're going to get something in return. And most of these people are cowards. That's why they go in these packs and these groups. So once they meet with resistance, you will see that dissipate right away. They're cowards.
Well, it's not even the resistance as long as they're paying for their crimes. You know, when you do something and vandalize and hurt, throw firebombs, it's not that you're going to get out and and allow it. So when they start paying for the consequences, maybe they can go down. I heard Trump is visiting Florida. You're not too far from where he's going to be there today in
Alligator Alley.
Alcatraz.
Alligator Alcatraz.
I love it. You know,
That's
not nice out there. I've done that Alligator Alley, but it's further south than that.
Freddie, did you? It's in Okeechobee.
Yes, it's further south than the alley, though.
Hey, now, Freddie, did you hear what Trump said? You know, listen, when somebody tries to escape from Alligator Alcatraz, what would you say? Don't run straight.
Yeah, serpentine, boys, serpentine.
There's no running. I mean, you'd have to swim. That place is. I don't think they could put like a survive naked in the middle of the swamp like that.
Right, naked and alone.
I just bought my in-laws a vacation package for down there.
Oh, yes. Did you buy that for them, Freddie?
Yeah, all inclusive.
A timeshare. One of those timeshares you can't get your money back.
Hey, we got 24 seconds left. We're very happy to have you, Fred. We hope you stick around for the next segment, even though you are sloppy seconds next to Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Yeah. But we appreciate you. We love you. Zoom back. Take a look at some of the great artwork on the stage here of Scott LoBaido at the America First Warehouse.
Amazing.
God bless you, Freddie. Hang in there, Freddie. Hang in there. We need you.
I'm hanging in there.
Corrupt judges, broken families, families torn apart. This isn't justice. If you've been wronged by the system, join us. Don't stand alone. Hi, I'm Gary Jacobs, president of Americans for Legal Reform. We're the oldest legal reform group in the United States. The justice system in the United States should be transparent, fair, and open to everybody and accessible. Unfortunately, many times that's not the case. At Americans for Legal Reform, we are here to help. Join the movement. Visit AmericansForLegalReform.com and help reform the system before it fails you.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Welcome, everybody, to the Not-So-Newlywed Show, where three couples are going to compete for really great prizes. Okay, Donna, we asked Mike, who complained first on your honeymoon, you or him?
What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think he said...
Lisa, this ain't the SATs. Just tell us what... Donna, who complained first on the honeymoon?
I'm sure it was me, but I have no idea.
Donna is right.
No, it's always me.
What celebrity would you pick for a one-day pass?
For me?
Yeah, for you, not for him.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon! Wow! Who do you hate the most on her side? That rotten no...
There are so many choices.
Thank you all, and thank you for coming out.
Hi, my name is Elena Ruseva, aka Megalangela. Please check my art at www.megalangela.vip.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Thank you, Jesus, Lord, for a wonderful day and that jingle. Johnny, did you know we have a jingle now for the show? The
America First Warehouse.
Yeah, once it gets in your head, you can't stop
When are you
saying
coming
it.
visiting?
Hey, Freddie, let's bring in that Freddie Rubino guy because I got a couple of things I want to ask him about. Freddie, are you still with us? Did you turn your microphone on this time?
It's on. It's
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I put a quarter in. I have an old phone. I have to put a quarter in every 20 seconds.
Well, listen, get some quarters ready because we got about 20 seconds left going on. Johnny, go ahead. Hit him with something.
What was he doing? Dropping quarters? Is that what you said? It used
but-
to be dropping dimes. Now
He's
it's
down in
dropping
Florida,
quarters.
bubble wrap over there. Bubble wrap Freddie.
Meter on his
I'm in
computer there.
Alcatraz.
Yeah. Hey, Freddie, you did a great show over here one time. You think you might do it again called the Not So Newlywed Game, which we just saw on one of our commercials.
I would love to do it because that's good. That's good, clean fun. That's what you call that. And also, I like that it brings to light marriage. Now, everything is anti-marriage now. People are encouraged not to get married. Not to get. The only people who are encouraged to get married are gays. They tell heterosexuals don't get married, and they tell gays to get married.
Maybe
The
you gotta
whole
have
world
less
is
ye-
upside down.
We should lower the bar for how many years you got to be married because that's what happens. You couldn't get contestants. I mean, what was the criteria on that? How many years
we were trying
married?
to get 20 plus, and I think we succeeded with that. Those couples were
Yeah.
fantastic. They're great friends of the warehouse. They want to come back again. Lisa Azarelli is a regular here on the show here with us, and she brought her man in, Anthony. There's a lot of Z's in that family. I don't know why, but they came in and they were great. When hey, this isn't the SATs, right?
It's not that difficult of a question. Give us an answer over there. But yeah, the show, the concept was wonderful, and yeah, I enjoyed that. I was there live for that one too. And but how many times I got to watch the same show, Freddie? We're gonna need another one here. Something.
Hey.
What to say?
Only at the America First Warehouse can you get such a variety of things to watch, you know? And it's all pro-American. If you can't go wrong. Now, I just wanted to mention one thing. It's in the news today. AOC was caught, and she's being investigated that she had someone working for her that was illegal, and she helped shield them from ICE. I think she should be investigated and maybe go to jail.
Well, first of all, she also shielded her lie in trying to tell us that she's Jenny from the block when she's actually from Yorktown, which is more money than Dick's Hills, Johnny.
I saw a clip with Benny Johnson.
Yeah, Benny
I like
Johnson
Benny
brings
Johnson,
it out.
yeah, so he had put that information out there where AOC was from, you know. But they got to pay, you know. We're at with the big lady that gave the big belly bump over there, so they set her up and they're going after her. But is anybody going to pay soon? Or I mean, if they
We're going to get her a new jacket, Belly Bump. That's what we're going to call a Belly Bump.
I tell you what, everybody I ever knew lied that they didn't come from the Bronx. For some reason, all of these people are lying that they were from the Bronx. I don't get it. I think they're trying to look like they're regular people. That's what they try and do.
Well,
But
is she
I
living
can
in the
tell you
Bronx
right
now? Is that what it is? Because you have to live in the district you represent. I'm sure she feels nice
lives
and safe.
in Washington, and she lives all over the five-star hotels wherever she goes. But I will tell you this, Freddie. Before, and Johnny, you'll remember, before 2024 election, in the 2020, we were pushing for Tina 40 out of the Bronx. Now, Tina 40 is a real fighter, and she actually did live in the Bronx, had a business in the Bronx, raised her children in the Bronx. And we had crashed one of AOC's high school. It was in a gymnasium. She was having a rally. And we went in there and we
Town
wanted
hall.
to start, make a viral moment, but there was so many other people that had the same idea. She had no constituents in there. They totally obliterated her. What is the Trump? What's
I
the
saw
word?
something today that she could
A
fill a
privilege.
stadium. That's how many people love her. I saw that today on the got to be the fake news stuff. I mean,
You know, a
I
lot
can't
of
believe she had that
people.
many followers.
A lot of people think hiding people from ICE is a victimless crime, but it's really not. Number one, ICE risks their lives going after these people. Because when you go after illegals, you don't know whether it's just a guy who's got a DUI or a murderer or a rapist. So they're in danger all the time. When you hide them, you put them in danger. Also, these people are a drain on our public schools, on our medical system, on the hospitals. It's not a victimless crime. Every dollar they take away from poor Americans that need the money and are deserving of the money. So these people, the first lie that the media always gives them is it's a victimless crime. They just came in to get a better life. It's not. Hiding these people should be a felony. I hope it is. And it is a real crime that could get people killed, and it robs the poor and inner city people of desperately needed services.
You know, Joe and I were talking about it on the way in this morning because I think like Trump is not that the man can change his opinion. That's why I love him. He's the best president ever in our life. But he's going to think about a consideration for good illegal immigrants that haven't received their citizenship and then working for the farming system, you know, wherever these immigrants are needed.
These people.
And these people will be controlled by the farm people. You know, so the guy that runs the farm is going to be responsible for the 8 illegal immigrants that have been probably working on his farm for 20 years.
You know what? I think there is wiggle room there, but my wiggle room is if you're illegal and you served in the military, I think those are the first ones that should get maybe a pass. And also, I think that could be a road to citizenship.
I can't believe we had illegals in our military.
Yes,
we do.
I don't know.
Somebody better call Pete transgenders in there.
Somebody
Thank you,
better
Pete.
Call Pete Hensick and straighten that out.
I'd find
you
that
can't
hard to believe.
Unless Islamic guy fighting for us on the front line.
Unless there was an agreement, maybe I can't see how you could be a military if you're not a citizen. Well,
some of these people they came in, they got Social Security cards, they got driver's license, they got IDs, and they were able to sign up for military service, and they served.
It's just it's going to take time. We all have the same vision. We all have the same, heart into making America the greatest country, which it is, and even greater, more so for our children and their children. And, of course, the 8 years and the shit before that with Obama, it takes time, but it's in that direction. You know, I mean, I at least see the light and hope and,
Well, I hate the way they spin the stories all the time. And they try and make it look like we are the one that's doing lawfare and having judges arrest their people. Their people have done some pretty bad things, and I think it has to be called out.
Well, it is called out every day. Carolyn Levitt, what a great White House spokesperson. She don't put up with shit from anybody, and the fake news is that's it, man. We don't want to hear it anymore. It's got to be stopped. Carrie Lake. Also.
I tell you, one of the great things I've seen is that that judge in Wisconsin is going to jail for releasing the ICE guy, releasing the guy out of the back door.
All right, that's the kind of stuff I want to hear. So this guy's already been tried and now he's sentenced, the judge?
It was a woman. She released an illegal alien out of the back door.
Escorted him in the back.
Brother
I remember
Love,
I saw that.
If you look at that on YouTube or however you find your videos and stuff, she actually went to the 2 ICE guys sitting on the bench and she got them to leave.
Told them to go to the front.
But she didn't realize there was a 3rd ICE guy.
Undercover.
Yes. Well, they were all undercover. They were all undercover. So there was a 3rd guy that was like pretending he was on a phone in the other corner. So he stuck around, and once she brought the prisoner out, he followed her through outside, and he radioed him and said, "Listen, they're moving outside right now. We can pick them up on the street." And they did.
Right. And you know what? You think that's a victimless crime, but if the guy tries to get away and hijacks a car, or he just gets in a car and puts them on a chase, that's all dangerous. Anytime you pursue a criminal, you're putting law enforcement and public in danger.
Just listen to Tom Homan, and he puts it out there because he's lived it, and all he does is care about his military police and everybody that's on Trump's side of the law, and he's zero tolerance, not going to put up with it. the lady that belly bumped is going to go to jail, I hope, and I hope AOC goes to jail, and whatever he's got to do.
How about the
Sanctuary
Clintons?
City's coming to an end.
How about the Clintons? We're going to see them go to jail?
Ooh.
Because I heard, here's another great story that you guys haven't brought up yet with 2 minutes left.
You heard it from where?
Well, I heard it from the fake news. No, I
heard
listen to
something.
Trump, okay? And every once in a while, Trump throws out these truth bombs that'll blow your mind away. And I think the emails from Hillary Clinton have been found on Wiener's laptop. What's his
way.
name? Yeah. What's the Wiener guy's name?
Jeff.
Wiener.
No.
That's the accountant.
Oscar Mayer.
Oscar Mayer. Yeah. Well, anyway, Wiener had this laptop that was lost in one of the rooms at the FBI, and they found it. On it is all of the emails for Hillary. Wow. So I think that they can't run. They can, they can only hide. So they're trying to prepare these lies to make it look like we are the ones that are doing the bad
Of course, that's
stuff.
what they do. Everything they're doing, they say that they accuse us of it.
I tell you what, another great thing that happened with Trump was, during Biden and Obama, a lot of people lost hope. We didn't think there were that many great people anymore in this country. And now we got Holman, we got
we got a team and a half, man. Our team is unbelievable.
We got so many great patriots that are now serving appointed to high posts, and they're doing a great job. It restored my faith in this country.
Yeah, me too.
Turn around.
Hey, we got about 30 seconds here, Freddie. How do people find you, attack you, attract you, however they get you? How do they get you?
Just go to fredrubino.com and see where I'm performing, or go to the America First Warehouse at 12:30 to 1:30 every Tuesday for my live podcast on X, Rumble, iHeart, your sister's house.
Everybody's watching it.
Thank you, Freddie. We'll see you in an hour on your show.
Thank you, guys.
Who broke the television?
Is Scotty calling yet?
Can we laugh at that? Sounds a little mean.
As of this week, public gay sex will now be mandatory.
Parties. Am I the only one that could see his lips move? Cheek bones, baby.
I'm sorry, maybe I overreacted.
Are you a musician, comedian, actor, filmmaker, or artist who stands for traditional American values? Do you believe in the preservation of our nation, our culture, and our freedoms? If you share our passion for America and want to use your talents to make a difference, we want to hear from you. Our mission is clear. Through the arts, we uphold the principles of freedom, faith, family, and the American spirit. It's time to step up to the mic and make your voices heard. So contact us at AmericanConservativeArtists.com.
The dehumanizing rhetoric of Adolf Hitler, Donald Trump's language, mirrors this directly.
Well, Hitler was duly elected. Let's deal with Hitler, okay?
I don't think it's hyperbolic to say that is Mussolini Hitler-like language.
You say Nazi enough times, someone's going to actually have the guts to do it.
Donald Trump would invoke Adolf Hitler.
What percentage of this event happening was due to Donald Trump's rhetoric?
Don't miss Trump next time.
What do you make of the excess deaths?
None of us, not the president, not those hypothetical guys in the smoky rooms, fully know what's going on, but we can speak about the unfolding of recent history with certainty.
Donald Trump is an existential threat to our democracy.
That is not how it works. That is the threat to democracy.
No. No.
You anti-Semitic piece of...
When you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit.
Free fries when you get vaccinated?
Vaccination.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse.
And John the Blanket hanging out and enjoying our buddy's artwork behind us here. That's
Would
pretty
you
mind-blowing.
take a look at this stage over here? What we have created tomorrow is the greatest day of our lives, where we are going to be instructed and brought to up to speed on the state of the nation by the great artist Scott LoBaido. Bring him in, Scotty. How you doing, brother love?
You guys, you got to tell people when you open up the show that you guys are brothers, because nobody's going to be able to know. You got to let them know.
Screen.
Yeah, well, there's three of us, so I think it's triplets, Scotty,
we
because you
put-
look a lot like us, too, you know.
We put you in the middle so that people don't get confused over there. You know what I mean? We're
I ain't as good
social
looking. They're
distancing.
going to know I'm adopted.
And you are so incredible, Scott LoBaido. You have been on the front lines ever since before I even knew you. You're a little bit younger than Johnny and I feel like, we got that, maturity on you.
Wisdom, maybe. Good looks, nice smile too. By the way, I don't know if anybody else noticed.
He's
that.
got a beautiful
yeah,
smile,
yeah.
that Scott LoBaido.
Yeah, people ask me, what are they? And I'm like, they are $25,000 is what they are.
Unbelievable.
But I had to. You know what?
One
You didn't
day-
listen. Take care of your teeth when you're young. Believe me.
Bro, that's
I didn't
the
want to
first
do
thing
this,
that
but
goes right for your
my
health.
teeth were horrible.
Your mouth and your teeth are important to keep. We were pretty blessed, Joe and I. Not because my mom made me brush them every single day, but we got blessed with that. That's very important, your teeth. So God bless you. I'm glad to hear that you're heading in the right direction. No smoking still with them new teeth?
Nah, I do these little cigars now and then, but I quit smoking almost a year ago, cold turkey.
Good for you, bro.
But
Good for
I got
you.
my little cigars. I get my frustration, because otherwise, somebody's gonna get killed. So you know what I mean.
Yeah. Are we talking to you from your man shed over there in Staten Island? Is that where you're at?
It's garage.
I'm in my warehouse. I'm in my warehouse here.
Yeah, 'cause
Not
you
as
got a
nice
pretty-
as your warehouse.
I was lucky. I spent some time in that warehouse over here. It's a beautiful setup, and of course, I see every time you're on the Instagram, Facebook. all
Yeah,
your
you got a
posts.
lot to say, Scott LoBaido. And speaking about a lot to say, can you fill us in on what the hell is going on with New York City?
First of all, I said this about 8 years ago. 50 years from now, about 50 years, I'll be gone. We'll all be gone. But we are going to look down from heaven, and we are going to see that fifth face on Mount Rushmore. That's a fact. That is going to happen, and that's going to be Donald Trump.
Amazing.
It's going to take 50 years for all of these assholes, excuse me, no cursing, for all of these idiots to realize when the country is all repaired and their lives are so much better. I'm talking about his haters. They're going to come around. It's going to take 50 years. All these they're going to understand that 50 years from now. It's going to take that long. And he will be on Mount Rushmore. That's a fact.
And maybe a Nobel Peace Prize. You think he deserves too? The guy is the most.
They
amazing
they
president.
probably won't give him that until long after he's dead as well, And he knows that. He's fine with that. It's like me. It's like I'm an artist. I'm not going to be famous until I'm dead. I know that. It's what it is.
Well, judging by all the artwork that we have over here, Scotty, I'm going to be rich as soon as you're gone.
Yeah, you're gonna do okay. You're gonna do okay.
I'm gonna be rich. Now we have so much different artwork. You're going to be coming in tomorrow night, so you should leave pretty soon so you don't get stuck in traffic for so long, so you can be here on time. We are going to be showing the Relentless Patriot movie at the America First Warehouse on tomorrow night, starting about 5:30. That movie was created by Global Ascension Studios and directed by Martini, a great. That's what I loved about that. Scott LoBaido does
Chris
his
Martini.
movie.
Please don't mention the other company because I got screwed by them.
I don't
Continue.
know about anything like that, Scotty. All I know is that you got a great message and what you're doing, the movie that was created and the document. I know you've been working on that for many, many years because when I first met you about 20, I don't know, what was it, 2018, 19, whenever you came into the warehouse that first time. And you were around the country doing your thing. And when I saw that movie, The Rough Cut, the first time around, I was in tears. I couldn't believe there's such a man that would give up everything in his life to fight for a cause. As I kind of feel like I've turned into, Johnny. You and I, with this America First movement, losing his son to the fentanyl crisis has really turned us on. But you brought us up a whole nother level, Scott. Watching you work, watching your story, and now I feel like I want to be on the front lines with Scott LoBaido. So when you do great things like organize for the windmills and the batteries, or for Curtis Lewa that's going to be our next mayor, we want to support you out there in Staten Island. We want to bring the truth, use this platform any way we can. We want to help you, Scott. How can we help you more?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Be true. There's a lot of people. Again, I'm a founding father in this movement. I was MAGA before MAGA was even MAGA.
Yeah.
And there's so many people that have come out. Like you got the conservative artists group now. Those folks, I ran into them last night. And they're great because there are a lot of conservative artists, musicians, comedians, actors that have been in the closet for so long. And I busted those hinges on the closet door and I came out swinging. Back in the 90s, I told the art world, you go to hell. They told me to go to hell, and I found my way because I was true to myself. That's the point I'm getting to. I'd rather wind up eating out of a dumpster as long as I got my heart. And there's people that have come out who are really like me, like you guys, and so many others that are real, authentic, and they've just finally, there's a window, but a lot of people said, I'm sorry, back in the day, Scott, I can't. I'm making money selling my art. I have to feed my kids. I have to be quiet. I'm like, yeah, you do you, absolutely. But eventually, people are going to have to come out in order to make things balanced, is what I'm saying. But back to being true, there's so many people that we see that just follow that trend, that follow the wind. I call them wagon jumpers, because patriotism and Donald Trump and conservatism became a little trendy, and they just jumped on that wagon. And we know people that are in his administration that hated Trump 2 years ago, spit on his name, spit on that flag, and they followed this wind. Now, some of them are authentic and some of them aren't. We're noticing that. We're watching it every day. So back to you guys. You're authentic. You're passionate. You put a lot on the line. You got to make sacrifices, not for yourself. People call me selfish because I'm always in the paper and on TV and look at me getting arrested. If it was about me, I'd have millions of dollars in my bank account. I'd be up the coast of Hawaii on an 800-foot yacht with 20 girls in bikinis pouring caviar and champagne down my throat. There's sacrifices that people make that are really true to their heart. And I know those people when I see them because I'm the guy. I know when somebody's authentic. I'm an artist. I read everything.
What you said was true because what you and my brother Joe do every day and push every day to get that America First agenda is something, fortunately, we're going to be up in the heavens looking down and seeing how great things are. But I think we're also going to see a lot of great things change before that happens. And because of our efforts, what you guys are doing too, truth coming out, consequences will be paid, and we'll be able to visualize it and enjoy it ourselves, And I hope, because you're all the things that you go out and stand for, isn't now more arrests being made so that the masked people, illegal, damaged people are getting arrested, not getting away with it now? Or what do you think now? Is it getting better in that direction too? Or?
I think there's so much to fix. And it's so spread out. You guys know this, from everything, from the border to the economy to the insanity what's happening in my city, which we'll get to. So it's going to be a slow process. But the key is people need to understand. And I said this when Donald Trump won. I said this. As soon as Donald Trump wins, I don't want you folks out there just to go sit in your fart-stained recliner and watch the Kardashians and think it's all going to be peachy keen and Donald Trump's going to come fix your leaky roof or fix your flat tire on your bike. He's got big fish to fry. He's got a world to save from World War III. We're watching that. It's the local people that need to keep fighting, and we're watching it. We're watching the city still burn, and New York City is the perfect example with this terrorist that just won that primary here in New York.
Rotten to the core.
Now, this guy that won, this terrorist that's out there in New York City, we got to do everything we can to stop that. This is so obvious what they're trying to do. Because honestly, I don't see how anybody.
What
staying
can
in New
happen?
York.
What can happen? Mayor Adams runs on an independent ticket, and then who would
Curtis Lewa is our
on the
Republican
Republican
candidate, unattested, right? Nobody tried to beat him.
Well, I'm going to give the breakdown tomorrow night at my address to America at your wonderful The America First warehouse. So I don't want to give it away right now, but it's not about we have to do anything and everything it takes to beat Mem Dandy, because that means that you are willing to succumb to another person who is still destroying the city and will continue to destroy that, and that's Mayor Adams.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, there's no.
I'm going to straighten that out tomorrow night, because there's a lot of people out there, my friends, my family, begging me to drop Curtis Lewa, stop pushing him. He's got to drop out. I'm telling you, you go to hell, okay? Because you're backing out. You're being a quitter. That's not a New York attitude, okay? You pack your bags and you move to Seattle. You move to some liberal town on the west side of this country, okay? Don't you dare stay in this city if you're going to just jump over automatically to Adams, a man who put us in this position. The reason why Ma'am Dandy won. The reason that these wild purple-head animals are burning this city, throwing rocks, fireworks at cops, getting arrested to come right out in a half hour and do it again. That's on Adams' watch. All you New Yorkers forgot, all you working city workers forgot that it was Adams who put you out of work and fired you because you didn't get the juice in the arm. It was Adams who spent your $10 billion, your $10 billion of tax dollars given to these illegal aliens, unvetted, unvaccinated, unchecked, so on and so on. So
Scotty.
Adams is just as poisonous as Ma'am Danby. I don't want to hear it.
You are what a wonderful speaker you are. God gave you, not only did he give you that pen, but he gave you the voice and the words that you need. We'll be back right after this quick break. Scotty, stick around.
I told you this was crazy. I'm out of here. No, free stuff for all. Don't have to be such a downer.
For you, bow to the master staff. Come to me. Oh my goodness, guys from Jersey.
Hi. How you doing? Fuck up my stage.
I'm pretty sure I'm a woman. No, you're not, Steve. Oh! Oh!
You're wet on my side. Now instead of a poke, you're getting a smack. What have I done?
Hi, my name.
Hey, Scotty LoBaido coming back for the second half of our great show segment here. We love you so much. We were talking about, New York City. Johnny was asking me, Long Island, where we are, really doesn't have a say in what happens in the 5 boroughs.
Oh, shit, you do. Oh, shit, you
Well,
do.
then explain to me how we can help, because my vote, I want to vote so bad for Curtis, but I can't vote. So tell us what we can do on Long Island, Scotty. I like this.
Long Island, the tri-state area, any part of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, because if I can't say this kid's name anymore. He's nothing. He's a punk. He's zero. And he is the biggest, most famous person in the world right now. He's nothing. This is his 15 minutes of fame. Even hypothetically, he gets elected as mayor. He ain't lasting 2 weeks in that office. I'm just telling you. He's not going to stand in that. There's no way he's going to last in that office. Now, what you folks on the outside got to do is understand how this affects you, because this city changes overnight if Ma'am Dandy wins this. The mass exodus that is happening now, okay? Everybody, I go to the city all the time. Rows of stores, businesses shut down. Even here in Staten Island, this last bastion of hope here, there's businesses shut down all the time. The mass exodus has already started. Adams wins, that triples. Mamdani wins, it's 90% mass exodus out of here. This city goes, this is the hub, the economic hub of this whole country, the whole East Coast. Okay, so you all are affected. So don't sit back and say, oh, well, we're safe over here in Long Island. You're effed just as much as everybody else here. So what you folks have to do is call your friends in the 5 boroughs here, whether it's somebody in the media you know, whether it's somebody in entertainment you know, whether it's some politician that you know, and you tell them you back Curtis Sliwa, okay? I'm going to explain tomorrow night how he's going to win, how easy it is, and how everybody gets behind him. Not Adams is here and Curtis is second string. It's the other way around. Okay? And
could you imagine, Scotty? Could you imagine if Curtis, when he gets in, let me tell you, I want to tell you a little bit that I know. Like you, I know you did your patriotic thing all over the country, and you spent everything you had driving to Hawaii. I don't know how you did that one. But anyway, Curtis, his whole life has been protecting people, protecting the city in particular. When I was a young man and he started his Guardians, right? What is it, Scotty? The
Guardian Angels.
The Guardian Angels. I thought it was funny at first. Then I said, you know what? Somebody's not doing their job. That's why these community police is starting to establish. And he was all over the place. He wasn't starting it, but he was snuffing it out. And after a while, like you said, in time, I totally respected this guy, that he would put his life on the line for others in the subway. He had no fear. His idea of a New York City first is the best thing that we could ever get. Could you imagine if we had New York City first and America first going on at the same time? What a world it would be.
Absolutely. Look, Curtis, you know, people like, we don't take him serious. I don't take him serious. But listen to me. He's eccentric. What is a New Yorker? Eccentric. That's what a New Yorker is. He's raw. He's hard. He's poetic. He wears his beret. You know, he's got passion. You know, that's a New Yorker. We don't need a effing politician. We need a New Yorker. There is no politician in the history of this city who has been in more nooks and crannies in this, every single nook and cranny, every ghetto, every ugly little corner, rat-infested corners of this city. Curtis was there. Everybody loves Curtis. Democrats love him. The gays love him. Chinese, blacks love him. Spanish love him. The Russians, the Albanians, because he shows up. Whether people agree with his politics or not, he shows up to represent without fear, no matter what it is, the weather, nothing. That's the man that is going to save the city.
What kind of demographic in Manhattan is fighting against Sliwa? What is he? Who do we need to change so that we can get him to vote? You know, what we want. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you that tomorrow.
That's my question.
We're all gonna have to wait till tomorrow. It's really gonna be quite an event, Scotty. We already sold like 70 or 80 seats that are out. I want to put about 200 people in here. I think that's about what you can handle pretty good. You know, inside, air conditioning on all the different screens. We're gonna be live streaming the event at the America First Warehouse. We're already receiving all kinds of people wanting to be part of this, love what's going on, and one of the greatest patriots we have in here is Scott LoBaido. Can we just change a little bit, Scott? I understand you got a couple of new pieces. Will you be bringing any new artwork to show at the warehouse tomorrow night?
Unfortunately, I do not have time to bring any new pieces, but I'm going to have a couple of prints that I'm going to sign for folks. And I'd like to ask you guys, either now or off the air, I'm going to charge a couple of bucks for these prints. I'm going to sign personally to some of my fans there after I speak. And I'd like to give those proceeds to a local charity. So if you guys have a local charity there, whether it's for veterans or maybe sick animals, somebody's taking care of something, I want to, you know, I need to make money, but I also like to give. You know,
that's Scotty. Look at you. Yeah, we are givers. There's no doubt about it at the warehouse. We appreciate that. We are doing a cover charge at the door. That helps us with all of our expenses and covers a little bit of it, which is okay. That's all.
It should have been more. You insulted me. Should have been a lot more for me, for my appearance.
Well, that's true, Scotty. But we want people.
I'm kidding.
And we really cater to the American people that can't afford these $10,000 tables at these events. We want the regular Joe to come in here. And we expect you to come in with your prints. We expect you to sell them. People want to support you, Scott, because of everything that you do. So that's where that's going to be. Bring your prints. Bring them out. We'll set you up a beautiful table. I certainly have some great art. Can you stay focused on the art for a second? There's a piece, I don't know if they can see it with the big cut, but it's a beautiful piece that you did in 2001. It's off of the shot with Johnny. I don't know if you can see it behind it. And it looks like to me, like Mayor Giuliani is standing there on a horse with a flag, with
You can't see
just fighting his way through the 2001 is what it was, right, Scott?
Yeah. You couldn't see it when you were explaining it, but
it's
I did that.
Sight.
I wish
It's
there
a
was
9/11 piece. It's a
Well,
very
it's going to be
special.
laid out for you when you come tomorrow night, and they can answer any questions on it. That's a monster, beautiful piece over there.
Here it is.
Yeah, it's huge.
We got it over there now, Scotty. You see it? He's even zooming it in with the camera over there. We got some color on it. We're going to adjust that color down so you can really see it. But Rudy Giuliani is busting through the chaos with the police on one side and the fire department on the other side, Scott. And when I show people that, when they come in, they just can't believe it. And I said what I know of it, that you locked yourself in your room right after 9/11 and worked on that diligently like you did.
Yeah, that's how I got my pain out, because, you're right there and you experience that, and you got to get your pain out. Everybody has a way to get their pain out, and thank God I have that gift, to get it out of your system. That is one of the blessings.
All artists have that, man. Your heart is great. Your patriotism is over the top, and your artwork is phenomenal, and really nice to hang out next to it. And we appreciate it. We appreciate you big time too, Scotty.
Tomorrow night, I just want people to know I'm not going to be reading off a prompter or a script. I'll have a couple of things on paper. I'm going to be raw. I'm going to be not pleasant. I'm not here to, entertain. I'm here to spew the truth and scare the shit out of people, but also give accolades and let them know what's really good happening and how we can fix things. But I'm raw. It's, I throw paint on canvas and it's raw. It's the same way with my voice. So don't expect me to, 4 and 7 years and all of that. I'm going to come at you hard and raw. And the people that come to see me, they know what they're getting. But if you're coming for the first time to hear me, it ain't going to be a presidential speech. It's going to be a Scott LoBaido speech. And then after that, we'll do a little Q&A. I'll answer some questions. And then I'll sit down and I'll sign some prints for you folks out there and raise some money for one of your local charities.
Lots of people are coming, Scott. You're going to want to take their picture with you. They're going to be interested in what you and are doing and what's new for you coming up. We watch you pretty regularly. So you find an issue or something that snaps in your head. I saw a picture not long ago where you had both Trump. You unveiled it in the city. It was Trump and it was Elon Musk giving the finger to, what was it, the fake news media?
And for giving the finger to all the people that just hate everything that they were doing. All the, Trump and Elon Musk deranged syndrome, folks.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, I have another beautiful picture that I have of Trump folding his arms with his muscles hanging out. And then we were lucky enough with Tom Holman, went to Mar-a-Lago and got that signed. Did you go in the van with him to get that signed? I don't remember.
No. It would have made a chance of him not signing it, because I had to go through security and that would have took time. So I was like, just take them and let him sign it.
Yeah, he did that beautiful thing. That's why I know I love that one. As soon as you die, Scotty, that money, I'm going to retire, me and Johnny Boy.
Yeah, I think so.
There's another beautiful piece of just behind me, and I'm not going to tell you which is me and which is John, but this one is me, has Rudy Giuliani behind him. Now, Rudy came in here after he got beat up pretty bad by the fake news. He got beat up by the government. He was attacked. He was destroyed. And we came in here and we raised some money for him that night, and this picture came out. And Rudy had signed it, and I used this one an awful lot. But Rudy's motivated you many times. Do you have other pictures of Rudy besides this?
Oh yeah. Not the one obviously across with him on the horse with the 9/11 fire and cop. But I've done a bunch of other stuff with Rudy back in the day.
Now, Scotty, too, I want to keep your attention here because we love you so much. We did a show not too long ago. It was called All Fired Up, where we had Andrew Giuliani was the host, and you were on one side. Fred Rubino was on the other side. We are looking to try and kick that in again, maybe even if it's a monthly thing or something like that, because so many people love the mixture of your rawness, Freddie's comedy, and Andrew's reality of being being around and being involved in Trump and so forth. And you are a good friend of his too. Would you consider doing that again for us once or twice?
Absolutely. What are you kidding? Any way I can get my message out. Because the local media dropped me like a bad habit. I used to be on Fox every week for years, for 30 years, decades I was on Fox. And now I'm too truthful. That's why they don't have me on anymore. That's why Channel 2, 4, 7, 5, 11, they don't have me on anymore. The New York Post dropped me like a bad. I sold papers for the New York Post, but not anymore. I'm too truthful. They can't, as Jack Nicholson said, they can't handle the truth.
Was it something that you said, I imagine?
Yeah, well, it's everything I say.
It is everything he says. And Scotty, tomorrow night, I want you to know the America First Media Campus, which pounds out about 9 different programs right now, plus we do those specials that you've been on. We are a system of free speech. So do not come in here tomorrow and feel that you have to hold back in any way, because we need to hear the truth. There's no bleeping. There's no shutting it down. We're going live tomorrow with Scott LoBaido here at the America First Warehouse. You're going to get a spanking. There's 30 seconds left. End the show for us, Scotty. Bring it home so we can see you tomorrow.
You guys at the American First Warehouse are unbelievable. It is something that there should be one of you in every single state. And maybe down the road that can happen.
Only 2 of us.
You folks, no, other people. Nobody wants to see you guys outside Long Island. Sorry. But if you have not been to the American First Warehouse, folks, trust me, it is Disney World for us. People.
God bless you, Scotty. Can't wait to see you, brother.
See you tomorrow night, guys.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you.